Hey tubers, guess what I'm doing today? Uh-oh, what are we doing? Okay, so Adam just scored a whole bunch of 15W40 Delvac oil for his truck. His wife's grandfather passed away a long time ago, and they had a bunch of fresh oil laying around, so and he's got 7.5 gallons. Well, actually, we used 2.5 of it on his Cummins. So we just bought a Rotella RTH 47 oil filter. Now it replaces the Mopar and all the others. So it's $6 for that. So his oil change was $6. But, I cut this thing open and I'll show you what I found. First, let's switch over to the GoPro laying on the messy desk. Yeah, I'm working on working on the bench this week, so bear with me here. Hello tubers, welcome back. Look, I have 11.1 gallons of used diesel engine oil. We could filter this and burn it, but I don't want to risk it with a brand new injection pump. And we have to filter this out, and I don't have a means to filter it, so it's going to be recycled. And I'm somewhat of a believer in recycling, so I like to recycle my oil because that means we get fuel and oil back. So I don't really care for burning this. Well, at least that's my philosophy. So Adam scored 7.5 of these jugs right here. And we just changed his oil out. It took 2.5 gallons on the 4BT Cummins. That's what they typically use. It's about 10 to 11 quarts. And just poured that in and the other two, and we filled her up. So I got these. Both these buckets are full. So is that bin there. And we got here the old oil filter. It's a NAPA 1607. We actually got a Rotella RTO 47. It was $6 at VadoZone, but it's a Rotella filter, so we just went with that, and it made his oil change cost about $6. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this on. We'll go with this one here. I also drained out his fuel filter to make sure there was no water or anything in it, so we gave it basically a nice little PM. I need to have him write down the mileage so we can track down when to do the next oil change or how many miles he's went on this one that we just did. So I'll get that from him later. You know, I had a hacksaw. I don't know where it went. This is unacceptable. Where did I put the freaking hacksaw? Oh my god. I need to get a vise. I think we're just getting on the part where the blades dull. Okay, so we got this thing cut open. No chunks or anything. Nice little spring in there. Want to maybe try and get that out of there. So yeah, I just wanted to cut this filter open and see it if there's anything wrong with his engine, because we noticed it sounds like a Detroit sometimes, and we were just kind of thinking, hopefully it's, if it was rod knock, I think we would definitely hear that shit. Sorry for the language, but it doesn't really have rod knock. It's got great oil pressure. It runs great. It's great fuel economy. No super issues. I think that's just how it sounds. It may be just the way it's timed. I do know that it's had a head job done to it, so who knows what they did with the head, or if it's got different set of injectors in it or something like that. Who knows? But anyways, we changed the oil. We didn't see any. It has a magnet on the plug. There's no metal on that. Just a slight layer, but no giant chunks. Nothing to really worry about. So I got that. That scare eliminated. I didn't see any material in the bottom of the pan when we drained, or whatever drained out of the oil pan into our drain pans here. We didn't see anything. So even after cutting this thing open, there's no debris. I'm actually going to get a tool for that, so because I want to see my filters. The big thing I wanted to see is if these NAPA filters, like they're kind of like the Wix ones where they get this paper element, which they all pretty much are. I wanted to see if this Cummins was destroying them, and as it turns out, there's not even a hair missing. I looked through all these pleats. I didn't see any signs of, oh my god. I think there was one tiny flake, kind of a gold looking flake, one tiny piece in that whole thing, and it's perfectly fine. So yeah, so I'm gonna get a tool for that, and when I go to change the oil on my Cummins in that truck there, we'll see what we can find in there. We really haven't had any issues with oil pressure or anything like that. We haven't had any engines blow up, so that's good. I'm happy about that. So I've actually got a road trip coming up with that, and probably within the next month. It's gonna be pretty epic. It'll be awesome. It's a redux or whatever of a previous trip. Anyways, just wanted to show you guys the inside of a NAPA 1607 oil filter. This is for a 90 Dodge Cummins 5.9. So yeah, that little chunk right there, that was from my my Wonder Bar right here. I use this to finish off opening up. So you got this big thick plate here, and then the rest of the can right here just gets crimped over. So there's your little gasket. You can see it's falling down, and then there's this little plastic spacer in there. Well, anyways, hope you guys enjoyed this little Sunday night video. It's kind of a meh type of video, so I'm gonna clean up here, throw this stuff away, and head inside. See y'all later.